Hey you guys, it's Megan, and today I am super excited to bring you my top 10 favorite perfumes from 2021. And this was definitely the year of my perfume addiction. I discovered pretty much all of these perfumes this year. Yeah, I think every single one is new to me from this year. I had so much fun exploring different fragrance lines and like blind buying and trying perfumes out at stores, and I just fell in love with perfume this year. That's about all there is to it. And so these are my 10 favorites that I have in my collection and that I discovered this year, because I would say almost every perfume in my collection now I discovered in 2021. So that's kind of insane. And I have like niche and designer fragrances to talk about, but I first wanted to mention 2 Bath & Body Works fragrances that I love to layer with a lot of these. So the first one that I discovered this year that I just fell in love with is Into the Night. The fragrance notes in Into the Night are raspberry noir, amber crystals, velvety rose petals, creamy patchouli, and mocha musk. Oh my gosh. It's like a sexy, florally sweet scent. It is divine. It layers so well with floral fragrances, and I don't know, just gives this really beautiful depth to different perfumes. And of course you can wear it on its own. I have the body spray of it and hope that they bring out the perfume of this, because I would buy it in a heartbeat. So I love this one. And this was limited edition, and I really hope they bring it back, but I have a bunch of backups just in case. And this is the Blueberry Sugar Pancakes, and this is the sweetest, like creamy vanilla fruity scent, and I just live and die for this fragrance. It is so sweet, so beautiful on the skin, and I love having that like sweet vanilla layer as the base to pretty much any perfume. Like I would pair, I would say, the majority of these fragrances with this fragrance, and some of them just don't like jive with it, but I would say if you like the fragrances that I'm going to talk about, you would like these body like products as well from Bath & Body Works. So I absolutely love those. I don't even know where to begin because I have just a love for all of these, but this is probably my most used fragrance this year, and this is Jimmy Choo I Want Choo. And I love this bottle. You actually spray it from this like top little bit. And this was the first perfume this year that I like fell in love with and just wore like constantly. And this is like a fruity, deep, musky scent. It is absolutely beautiful. I think most people would enjoy this, and I actually want to see if my mom likes this because it seems very up her alley. And we have very similar like taste in perfume, and this is just like a florally sweet fragrance at the beginning and then dries down into this more like musky, a little bit like woody scent. And I really like pairing this with the Into the Night body lotion because it brings more like sweetness and creaminess to the dry down. And to be honest, I don't love the dry down. I wish the top of the fragrance lasted longer, but I really do love this, and it pretty much is my most used from this year. Another perfume I discovered earlier on in the year, and this is the very first niche fragrance that I ever like tried or had, and this is Roja Elixir Essence. I had the travel spray and I completely used it up, and now all I have is a little sample spray which I like savor, and I don't even want to use it because this perfume is so expensive. But it is so unique. It is so like, I don't know, it's just one of a kind. If you love fruity florals, you would love this. And The problem that I had with this fragrance and the reason I didn't repurchase it, one is the price is insane, but it really doesn't last well on my skin, but it lasts really, really nicely on my clothes. So I don't know if I could justify it even still, but if I won the lottery, I would absolutely buy this. And it's just a stunning fruity floral. It makes me feel so feminine. Like, it's definitely one of the most feminine fragrances I really like, and it's just light and airy and pretty and just makes you want to wear like a pretty dress. So I love this. Clearly, if I used up a whole travel spray, but I just wish it wasn't as expensive as it is, because I'm pretty sure the travel spray was like $50, which is wild, but that's what you get with niche fragrances. I bought this for myself for my birthday. Bond number 9, Madison Avenue. And this is just such a happy fragrance. It makes me feel like I'm just gonna have the best day. Like, it just smells like a good day. They describe this as a shopping fragrance, which I feel like is such an interesting way to describe it, but is so accurate. Like, it literally smells like you're going shopping or like you're out at a department store. Like, it just smells like a beautiful, like, bougie department store on Madison Avenue. This one is a bit more florally than I typically go for, but it still has like that bright fruity aspect, especially at the top of the fragrance. And this one lasts so well on my skin. So it really is like a day-long perfume on me. So if you're out and about shopping or doing your thing throughout the day, this is a really good long-lasting fragrance, which helps justify the price as well. But I'll always like remember this fondly because I bought it for my birthday for myself, and it was the first niche fragrance I ever owned a full-size bottle of. So that is really special to me, and I just love it. It's one that I don't wear as often, but when I do, it's just like, it gives me good vibes. Like, it's such a good vibe perfume. The fruity floral that kind of knocked Madison Avenue out of my #1 spot is Wilhelm Perfumery Do Not Disturb. And this is the ultimate fruity floral. I used to say that about Madison Avenue, but this is the ultimate fruity floral. And it actually is a little reminiscent of the Roja Elixir as well. So I feel like that kind of helped me get over the Roja one a little bit. And I love the Wilhelm bottles. They're just works of art. They have, even on the bottom of the bottle, they have like the name and the logo. The cap is magnetic, and the bottle is just so unique and special. And this is just a very bright, tart, just like addictive fragrance. It is so beautiful and like feisty, like sassy a little bit. Like, I would say the Madison Avenue is like sophisticated fruity floral, and Do Not Disturb is kind of like a sassy, feisty fruity floral. And I love the name Do Not Disturb. It just makes you feel like you are having the time of your life and you do not want to be disturbed. And it's just a gorgeous fragrance. Again, it makes me feel feminine, it makes me feel confident, it just makes me feel like beautiful, and it's so stunning. And the Wilhelm Perfumery fragrances, all of the ones that I've tried, last and last and last on definitely clothing, but also my skin. And so this is one that I just absolutely love, and I really want to get a kind of like travel spray of it like I have in a few of their others, because the Do Not Disturb is definitely one I would want to take like on vacation with me or have it in my purse, because it's just such a perfect scent. And then another one of my top 10 is also from Wilhelm, and this is Poets of Berlin. And this easily makes my top 10 because of how unique this is. And wow, it just is such a standout. I've never smelled anything like it. I doubt I ever will. It's like a green, woody vanilla. And to be honest, like when I first spray it, I don't love it like 10 out of 10, but I find it very interesting and very addictive. But when it dries down, it becomes so creamy and almost has this banana like scent about it. And it is so just unique and addictive. Like those are the best words that I can use to describe it. It smells very, very good. It just stands out. And that's what I love about this. Like if I feel the certain vibe of Poets of Berlin, like if I'm going to a concert or if I'm just feeling like a certain way, like I just know when it's a Poets of Berlin day, and it's just so cool. It's such a cool fragrance. If you want to have something that most likely no one around you will smell like, this is the perfume. Like it is so, so cool. And I do find this to be more unisex than most of the fragrances that I have. It's just so delicious in a very different way. So definitely let me know if you've tried that one. Another addictive fragrance that I discovered this year is Givenchy Laundry. And I have not used this as much as I thought I did because you really don't need very much of this. Like one spray on each arm is all you need. And again, the like fragrance at the beginning is not my absolute favorite, but it is so addictive and just so intoxicating. And the dry down is like, ugh, like I melt at this dry down. It is so sexy and so delicious. And to me, the top of this perfume, and like when I smell it from the bottle, it truly smells like artificial grape, like medicine, or like artificial grape flavoring, which sounds like a bad thing, but I actually really, really like it, surprisingly. And the dry down is like literally, oh my gosh, like mind-blowing. It is so just like, I just want to like smell it all day and all night. And I do wear this to bed sometimes because I just like can smell my arm and just enjoy that dry down. And it is definitely one of the sexiest perfumes in my collection. Easily a very easy date night reach for me, especially if you're like going out somewhere, because it is quite powerful. This is just like sex in a bottle. Absolutely love that. Another very sexy perfume, and probably, oh, it's so hard to say which one is my absolute favorite that I bought this year, but it's most likely Christian Louboutin Looby Rouge. This in and of itself is just stunning. Like the bottle, the details of the lid, and like the red opaque bottle. This bottle is truly a weapon. Like if you threw this at someone, they would get a concussion, like for real. But this is, oh, this perfume is so sexy. If you love like spicy fragrances, you have got to try this. I've always loved more spicy fragrances. That's what my mom really loves, and that's what I have loved as I've like developed my scent preferences. And this is a cardamom, iris, and vanilla fragrance. Like those are the only 3 notes listed, and it is so like spicy and like sexy or like smoky. I don't even know how to describe it. But when it dries down, that vanilla is like the creamiest vanilla ever, and you still get that like spiciness from it. And I love this especially like under a sweater, or just like if I'm going to be kind of like bundled up, this like really packs a punch. Like I spray this under my clothes on my skin, and then a lot of times I use another one of my favorites, which is Kayali Vanilla, and I spray this like on top of my clothes, in my hair, etc. And so I have the Louboutin as like my base. As you move, it like projects or whatever, and having that little bit of spiciness I think is just so sexy and so alluring and so just like cozy. And so I love having this as like my base layer fragrance. And then Kayali Vanilla 28 is essential, I would say, to pretty much any perfume collection. Like this is the only one on my list that I would truly say is a like no-brainer, you have to have this. Like it is perfection, and it is sweet, but I just sprayed it like directly up my nose. Wouldn't suggest to do that because now my eyes are watering, but it is like a cozy vanilla fragrance. And one time I like sprayed this right before I saw my friend Caitlin. I picked her up in my car and she was like, oh my gosh, it smells like pumpkin spice in here. And like it does have that like little bit of like brown sugar, kind of cinnamon sugar sort of fragrance to it. And I just love dousing myself in Kayali Vanilla, even just by itself, but layering it with Looby Rouge. Oh, it is the best of both worlds because you get that really sexy spiciness from the cardamom in the Looby Rouge, and then you get the more sweet type of vanilla from the Kayali. And so I just think having those on like my clothes and on my body, both like separately, it just makes this really great combination that, I don't know, it's just like good vibes, you know, and especially like very good like wintertime vibes. But I love Looby Rouge. If I had to get rid of like all of my fragrances and only keep like 3, this would easily make the list. Kayali Vanilla would easily make the list, and I think I would keep this next one. This is such a special fragrance to me. This is Parfum de Marly Cassili. And this little peach bottle is full of magic. It is so happy. Like this is happiness in a bottle to me. And I can't wait to go on more like vacations and stuff next year, I'm hoping, because this is such a perfect like having the best day of your life fragrance. Like it is just so happy and like carefree, but also like deep, or like just like, I don't even know how to describe this fragrance, you guys. I forgot I have like perfume strips. Let me spray this. Oh my god, you guys. It has like melon or like some sort of really sweet fruit in the top, which is just like so happy. Like it is the happiest smell. And then as it dries down, it definitely has more of like a richer, like musky type of quality to it, but it's never so deep that it seems like out of place in the summer or in hotter weather. Like it is perfection. And if I could only have one like spring summer fragrance, it would be Cassili. Easily, hands down, no questions. Like even looking at all these fragrances that are in my top 10, this is the one for spring and summer. It is so long lasting. It smells amazing when you first spray it, when it dries down, like throughout the day. It is just perfection. So yeah, Cassili is my baby, one of my babies, and I just absolutely love that fragrance so much. And finally, number 10, but these were not in a particular order, is Lancome La Vie Belle Intense Mint. And I have put quite a dent in this fragrance. I fell in love with La Vie Belle, the original, this year after hearing just everyone talk about it in perfume videos, and that is also such a stunning fragrance. And I gave my bottle to my mom to enjoy because she would always compliment me when I wore it, and I still love that perfume. Sometimes I regret letting it go, but I could always repurchase it if I wanted it. But I still stand behind my assessment that Intense Mint is the best version of La Vie Belle for me. It is sweeter, richer, more syrupy, like sweet, which sounds bad, but I mean it in like a rich way. Like it's been developed. It's been like, I don't know, like how wine gets like aged and gets better with time. Like I feel like the whatever ingredients in here just have been like developed more than the original La Vie Belle. So it's like richer, more seductive, more thick and heavier, and it is just delicious, divine, amazing. It pairs so well with either one of the Bath & Body Works lotions that I mentioned at the beginning. If I want to bring out the sweetness, I pair it with Blueberry Sugar Pancakes, and if I want to bring out more of like the kind of like date night, like seductive aspect of it, I pair it with Into the Night, and that is such a wonderful combination. So I truly love this perfume. It has a little bit of spiciness, which I just love, and it's just wonderful. Like it really just makes you feel like a beautiful woman, and love this bottle, love the juice color, and I'm very, very happy I bought that this year. I literally can't believe this, but I forgot 1/2 of my absolute favorites. So these are actually, I guess, top 12 of the year. Mongerlan. Mon-frickin-gerlan. Look how much I've used of both of these this year. I have the 50 ml of the original Mongerlan, and then I have the 100 ml of Mongerlan Intense, and I have put huge dents in these, and oh my gosh, it is so hard to pick one, so I have to pick both because they stand alone. Like for a while I felt like I could pick one or the other, but I really don't think I can. Mongerlan is the ultimate vanilla lavender fragrance. It is one of the most amazing yet simple perfumes I've ever smelled in my life, and I adore wearing this to bed, which some people think that that's a waste, but I feel like perfume just makes you feel a certain way, and for me this makes me feel cozy. It makes me feel like at peace, and it just is perfect for me when I'm lounging in bed, and I just absolutely love Mongerlan. And then Mongerlan Intense, I wear this more out. Definitely in comparison to the original, it's more sexy as opposed to like extremely cozy. Like it's still cozy to me, but it's more sexy than the original. Oh yeah, that is freaking good. Like this is sexy cozy. And who doesn't want that? So this I really like to wear on dates, or just if I'm like wearing like a big cozy sweater or cardigan. I just love to douse myself in this and just feel like I'm getting a warm hug. This is just beautiful. I also love pairing it with Kayali Vanilla. This is my little travel spray that I keep in my purse. These pair beautifully together. I absolutely love it. But yeah, I cannot believe I almost went without mentioning these because these are some of my favorites and I definitely do not want to be without these. So love mongerlan. I cannot believe how many perfumes I tried and bought this year. I like decluttered and sold so many. Like, if I kept all the perfumes that I bought, I probably would have definitely over 50 perfumes, if not more than that. But I really narrowed it down and I absolutely love the fragrances that I've kept. And these are definitely the standout top 10. And if I had to only have 10, these would be the 10 that I would be happiest with. I absolutely loved rounding up my top 10 fragrances from this year, and I would love to hear what perfumes you used the most this year, loved the most this year, bought this year, and discovered this year. So definitely leave me some comments and suggestions on perfumes to try out because I know I'm gonna get the itch to try more in the new year. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you very soon. Bye!